Come on a tour with me on a Tuesday. It might not be a Tuesday when you're seeing this, but let's take a tour anyway. Welcome to North Stafford, 102 Elmsley Lane in North Stafford. And this beautiful home right behind me is what we're going to be looking at today. A little bit of fun facts about it. It is huge. This house is over 5,500 square feet in total. It's got about 3,600 square feet on the top two floors, another about 1,000 square feet finished in that basement. That's a walk up and out to the backyard with privacy. So you'll see that when we take a tour. And just a little bit of interesting things to note. This little patch of grass, it's not that little actually, part of it is owned by this house and some of it is even maintained by the HOA. The other nice thing about this house, before I take you inside, just show you around a little bit. Oh, those are the mailboxes right there, conveniently located for this house, but it is also at the end of a cul-de-sac. So what more could you want from the outside? How about that covered porch? Let's go check it out. Come with me. As you can see, it's got a brick front and vinyl siding, two-car garage, and we're gonna walk up to this beautiful covered front porch where you can sit here and relax with your coffee, glass of wine, whatever you like. And, you know, in certain cultures, the red door is traditionally meant for good luck. So let's open it and see what we find inside. Inside, you're going to see, first of all, the total open floor plan has such a beautiful flow. It's got luxury vinyl flooring, and you can see it's got some nice details as far as the moldings. Don't mind me, I'm just taking my shoes off if you hear a little bit of noise in the background. A lot of light bouncing through the windows. Transom off the door. And I'm going to give you a little sneak peek of what we're going to see upstairs. I love what they have upstairs. It's actually a nice bonus. And you're going to float right in, coat closet to the right. And look at how big this space is. You could be entertaining, have a huge table there if you want. Plus you have the dining room we just saw, all this amazing space, and you're part of everything. So if you're in the kitchen, you're in with the crowd, which is awesome. One of the things I absolutely love about this house, and it's only one of many, is how big this kitchen is. So you have a ton of prep space, and look at how big this island is. So you could use this as a serving buffet, eating, gathering. It's just an awesome amount of space. And one thing you find in some of the islands is that, you know, when the sink is in the island, it takes up so much space. But as you can see, this island, I mean, it's huge. And it is one full slab. So there's no seams on this either, which I always love. And then you've got the gas top, which is a 5-burner, the microwave above, double ovens. Who doesn't love double ovens? There's your refrigerator and freezer, and then your dishwasher right next to your sink with a garbage disposal. Now, this is one of the features I also like about this house because it's kind of unique. You see this door here, and then you can kind of see there's a door there. So we're going to go in this door, and the door in front of us is actually the garage. You have all this extra space here. So this space here would be perfect for like backpacks, mud room, dropping your things, groceries. I mean, you can put a build out in here if you wanted, but snuck back here where you don't even realize what's here, you have this whole other room. So it's not a bedroom. It does not have a closet. I know that's not required, but forgive the echo, but you could use this room as an office, a guest space. I mean, there's so many options that you could use this room for. And the luxury vinyl planking does come all the way through. It flows seamlessly through this first floor here. And then this is your linen closet. Just going to show you linen. And then at the end, you've got your half bath right here. So as we back out, boop, 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 and hopefully I don't trip. Now we're gonna head going back through the other side, but before we do that, here is a giant pantry off the kitchen. So you have a ton of cabinetry, but then you also have a large pantry which is always welcomed. And I always call it the Costco kind of pantry. But so this is really unique. You have that extra room, you have the half bathroom, you have this extra space here, you have the possible area for a mudroom, but you have two ways to go in and out. So we went in to the right, we came out through the left. And then if you wanted to add a kitchen table, you have plenty of room to add that table right here, or opt to, use the island and then use your dining room table. So we will head outside, but I'm going to save that for a little bit later. And then as you can see, so much room in the family gathering area. I mean, there's a lot of big furniture in here. So you could make this, set it up however you like. Next, we're going to go upstairs, and I cannot wait for you to see what's right above. Heading upstairs, you're going to see the balusters are wrought iron, which I love. It's a little bit different than what you're seeing in the majority of the houses in the area. And this house was built in 2022. It is a 4-bedroom, 4 full bathrooms with the half on the main level, which we just explored. And it has this amazing loft area. So you've got the space on the main level. You've got all this space up on the second level, plus you've got more space in the finished basement, which we'll explore towards the end. But this one is nice too because it's opened up to the main level. So it just allows a lot of light to bounce around up here. We are going to explore bedroom number 1, which is a big bedroom and ensuite, as you can see here. So here is a full bathroom number 1. Large bedroom, corner of the house in the back. And this one, I'm just going to turn and show you, does have the attic access as well as a large walk-in closet. And as we head out, you can notice too that there's carpeting on this floor, on this level. There's tile in the bathrooms. We're going to skip that door because that's the primary. And next we're going to head down the hallway. To our left is full bathroom number 2. I love this because it does have the linen closet right here. I know some of the newer construction homes don't have a full linen closet, but this one does. And you'll notice that in all of the bathrooms. Tile flooring, double sink. I always think that's so important to note because some houses on that extra bathroom in the middle have only 1 sink, but this one has 2. Across the hall, bedroom number 2. They're using it right now as an office space, but this room, just to give you perspective, definitely could accommodate a queen-size bed, nightstands, and a dresser. So it's got a lot of really good space and a double extended closet. So that one's not the walk-in closet. Across the hall diagonally is your laundry room. And this I like. One, it's upstairs, so it's conveniently located. The machines will convey. There's your tile floor, but you have the possibility of adding in here if you wanted to add some additional shelving, or if you have an ironing board. I've seen those where they're added to the walls and they come down. So kind of a lot of opportunities for space use in there. And then this is bedroom number 3. So this is the front corner. You can see larger bed, 2 nightstands, and when I turn around, you'll see that they do have a chest. But this is also what it's overlooking. I always like to show you the perspective of what you can see outside, or maybe who can see from where inside. And that piece of yard there, partially owned by this home, and then partially maintained by the HOA. And then here, let's just take a peek at this closet. So another walk-in closet, and it does have, as you can see, the window. I always love that, closets with a window. And lastly, up here, we are next going to head back down this hallway and meet me at the primary bedroom. Here is bedroom number 4, the primary bedroom. And as you can see, it does have the extra details of the vaulted ceilings. It has an extra nook space, which I love. You could use this for TV watching, reading a book. You could put a desk in here, but I don't see why you would need to, only because you've got so many other places if you wanted to use as an office. One thing I like pointing out again is, what are you looking at from the windows? And as you can see, it's tree lined off the back, just to give you a little perspective. And we will take a peek at the backyard as well. But you can see this room is spacious. I mean, this whole house, as I said at the beginning of the video, is big. This is a king size bed, and it is a sleigh bed. So it's actually coming off the wall. It's not even flush to the wall. And you've got so much room in here. You've got 2 walk-in closets, one on either side. I'll see if we can peek in a little bit. I know that they are moving, but it gives you an idea of how large this space is. So large walk-in closet, which is always nice. Yes, there's a light, but I've got 2 hands, so I didn't switch that on. But you've got 2 of them. And then in the bathroom, which I always love, you've got 2 separated sinks, plenty of counter space, lots of drawers and storage. And again, I always love, from, you probably know from some of my other videos, a party shower. So this one has the 2 shower heads. As you can see, it does have the seat, but this shower is huge. So you've got oversized shower, plenty of storage and countertops. This is, again, what you're overlooking. So no house peeking right in from the side of the primary, which is always nice. You do have a full linen closet, which is right here. And then here, I'll just kind of show you. This is the water closet here. And then the tile floor goes throughout, and then a really nice transition back to the carpet. Next, I'm going to have you meet me in the lowest level, which is the walkout basement area. So meet me downstairs. The basement level has about 1,000 square feet finished. It has a ton of unfinished space, so you've got additional potential or storage room. And as you can see, this is just a blank canvas, basically ready for what you would like to do with it. I will show you, just to peek out. It is a walk up technically, but there's not a lot of steps to get outside. So let me just show you while we're here. It's just a couple steps to get right outside. And I'll show you the deck from the side. We'll peek at the deck as well. We'll go out on that to end our tour. But as you can see, nice tree lined area here. And then bringing you back in, a large canvas for however you want to use this basement. But there is a little more. I'm going to show you. There is the 4th full bathroom, which is right here to the left. So you do have a full shower, tile floor, number 4. And then in addition, I'm just going to give you a really quick kind of glance, but there is a lot of storage space here. So tons of storage room here. And then it actually goes through and meets. So here's your HVAC, water heater, your panel for, oop, I'm headed into the dark. If I trip and fall, y'all, you know what happened. Here we go. Here, hold on. 1, 2, 3. Look at all this space though. So this is right, I'll walk out the other door, but this is right on the other side of where that game table was. Tons of space, tons and tons of storage space. If you wanted to turn this into like a movie watching area, I mean, I think this would be perfect. They obviously are using it sort of as a gym, but you've got a lot of potential storage space here, or, use it as you choose. And then there is your electrical panel. I'm going to take us back out the second door just so you can see kind of where we came in versus where we're going out. So you still have room to expand in this basement if you wanted to, but you've got about 1,000 square feet here. So I'm not sure how much more space you need, because again, this house is about 5,500 square feet total, 3,600 square feet about on the first 2 floors, and then about another 1,000 square feet down here in the basement. Next, we will take a look at the deck off of the kitchen. So meet me up there. The last place we're going to go explore is the outside, and off of this amazing kitchen. I will spin the camera back around because I don't have shoes on. Woo! The bird's out here. You'll see the bird in a second. Chardonnay, what's the bird's name? Rocco. You're going to meet Rocco. Rocco is a cool dude. He's been chilling out here while we've been doing photography. That's Rocco, everyone. Rocco does not convey with the house, however. So as you can see, there's a really nice composite deck, low maintenance, super easy peasy lemon squeezy, as I like to say. Little sitting area out there. If you wanted to add steps to get off of this, because there aren't any steps down, it wouldn't take much because we're not that far off of the ground. But I wanted to just give you, whoop, I might need a little shades here because it is sunny in Stafford today, my friends. But I just wanted to give you a little perspective of what the backyard looks like. Again, you do have some of the side yard here. Privacy with the trees, which is always nice. You can see the neighbor next door, but you can't really see anyone on this side. So if you're interested in this home on 102 Elmsley Lane, please don't hesitate to reach out. Probably already be gone by the time you're watching this video, but if you're interested in more information about the North Stafford area, please don't hesitate to let me know. This home is amazingly located. It's very convenient to the schools. Actually, there's 2 schools within just a couple miles down the street. We've also got a lot of shopping options. There's Wegmans, there's Giant Food Market, lots of different dining options. There's Thai food, Greek food. My goodness, there's American bistros, there's a coffee house, there's a boba tea just down the street. I mentioned that the schools are conveniently located, and if you are commuting to the back gate or Quantico, it's not that far right up either 95 or Route 1. Back gate you can actually sneak into without even touching 95 or Route 1. Right off of 610 and Courthouse Road. And if you're headed up north to the Pentagon or the DC area, this is also conveniently located to what we call slug lots. And if you don't know what that is, check out one of my other videos where I talk about all the commuting options from Stafford, either to DC and Northern Virginia, or even if you're headed south to Richmond. I'm Ginger Walker with Give Back Team of Coldwell Banker Elite. Till next time, thanks for touring with me on a Tuesday. See ya.